Hello, today is the 16th of November 2011, and within this video I'm going to go over this gold chart, the chart that spans back to 2008, go over the MF Global situation just a little bit within Gerald Celente, as well as the futures and how I see the futures. So let's get started. This is the chart for the last 8 years, and what's important to note, it's in a nice uptrend. And the significant thing is I've shown the trend line analysis before. It's still within the channel, upper end of the channel. And when you have this situation, what are we looking for this thing to really get going is the most recent or more important Fibonacci retracement, which in my view is this high and this low. If we only look at the last little while, this is the high, this is the low. Now the 61.8% retracement within this level with that 1921 high and the 1533 low is about 1762. So therefore, pretty much where we are right now, it's a little above it right now. What's the price at now? It's at 1772 now. So therefore, it's at a very important level. When it shows that it's going to use this level as support or clarify that this is going to break out, then you can really look for the next leg within the major bull market that we see in here. And the next upside target, the easy way of doing it is, well, what's the percentage gain each time from here to here to here, or again from here to here, and so on. And I think the most obvious one is around 2200, 2150. You're looking at a little over 10%. But before we get there, we need to show some sort of clarification that it's ready to get going. So what I like to see, because you never know how the market's going to go, and it's going to respond as it wants to respond. But the setups that I like is a breakout that breaks this level after it's found support, like it has been, like this. Maybe test this upper level range in the 1845 to 1875 level, and then come back to this previous level of resistance and come back to support where 1800 seems to be that kind of level. And then depending on the situation of how you like to play, that would be good buying opportunities. Okay, so that'll be enough within the technicals on the gold chart. Now, as far as the MF Global situation, I wanted to listen to more of what happened before I comment, and it's easier listening to Gerald Celente himself. And from the sounds of it, and I've only listened to the first part of the Alex Jones interview, is that he was building up his gold futures account. And basically, they're saying margin call, and long story short, it sounds like from what we've all been hearing before, there's obviously not the gold and silver they most likely state. There's going to come a time where, well, stuff like this is basically going to happen. So it is a scary moment in that, okay, things are ready to get going from the looks of it as far as moving on to the next level on a macroeconomic front. All right. So as far as how the futures work, and people talk about, it's all about wanting the delivery, owning the physical. When you play the paper game, you can get slaughtered, as they state. And this is an example where people can get slaughtered without price action getting slaughtered. Therefore, I look at this situation and I think there's a lot of people who really have very little choice because they get in difficult situations amongst early withdrawals, all these different things. But this is the key reason to make sure that you have physical possession where you know where your gold, you know where your silver happens to be, and so on. Now, as far as how I see the futures contract, because I don't understand the gold and silver's futures For the most part, that is. But what I do understand for futures is this in here. And this is gambling, but what's the difference between the futures of gold and silver? It's also gambling as well. Now, as far as any selections, Packers at 3-1, which is 2-1 in American odds. You subtract it by 1. And the New England Patriots 6-1. They're hot, but still not the greatest of value. And when you're playing these futures, these pay out at the start of February. How much inflation are we going to lose in the next 3 months or so? San Francisco 11-1. Houston. Oh, I don't like Houston anymore. If there's any way you could short it, well, Houston's not going to win. I don't think anyway. Baltimore, no. Dallas at 21. I think it's worth a small shot. Atlanta 26, no. San Diego, no. Giants at 26, I think is worth a shot. Jets, no. Chicago, oh. I'd like it at 34 or 35 maybe. Buffalo, not anymore. Philly, that's a terrible price. Detroit is paying the same as Philadelphia. That is just too funny. I think Philly's 3-6 right now. They're terrible. If I could short that, that'd be so easy. Oakland 41, no. Cincy 51, almost tempting because they're looking pretty good, and that's an okay price. Tennessee at 101, not really. Tampa, not really. Denver at 151, yes, because the rest of their division isn't looking so good. Tebow's kind of hitting. As long as you make the division, you got it shot at 150-1 odds. That's pretty good. And the Rams are not making the playoffs, neither is Jacksonville. Arizona won't. That's a long shot, because if Tyler Palko plays really good, they're in the same vote as Denver's in as well. And 250's pretty good as well. Minnesota, no. Seattle, no. And the rest of them, obviously not. This is just throwing money away, taking the Colts too. Well, win. But those are the futures that I am familiar with. And thank you for watching.